Hey YouTube, it's Charlie Duncan here, Charlie Duncan Photography, cduncanphoto.com. Just want to do a short video on how I would edit that photo into this photo and give it a little bit more drama and make that photo come to life. We'll be using Lightroom and Photoshop. For Photoshop, the only thing we're going to be doing is adding this oil paint filter to the trees. We're going to add it to the whole photo actually and just make it come alive. So let's get started. So I'm in Lightroom in the Develop module. I'm going to start from the top and work my way down. So first I'm going to crop the photo because there's way too much grass down here. It's a little distracting from the shed. So take out most of that grass. That looks about good right there. Well, I don't like how this tree's kind of cropped, so let's add a little bit more of those trees. That's about right. Okay, but still the grass is a little too distracting. So we're going to bring the brightness down on the grass, or the exposure. We're going to use the graduated filter on that. So click on the graduated filter, click on the bottom of the photo here, and kind of drag it up so that middle line's right down there across the top of the grass. Now you see it's kind of saved some of these old settings that I used previously, so I'm just going to double click on those to reset them to 0. And I'm going to take the exposure and I'm just going to drop it down probably about a stop here. That looks good. Now I'm also going to do this at the top because the top's a little bright. So I take that, and this line where the sky stops is where my middle of the graduated filter line is. So I don't need to take that down as much. I'll take it down maybe half a stop, and then just drop the highlights. There we go. So now when you look at this photo, oh, you click done there when you're done. Now when you look at this photo, your eye's more drawn to the barn because it's more of the brighter thing in the photo now. So next I'm going to take my clarity slider and I'm going to just bump that up all the way. I like the contrasty look that it gives. Kind of made it a little dark, so let's just take the whole picture's exposure up a little bit. And then we're going to take all the color out of this. Now there's two ways to do this. You can click on the black and white, or you can just take this saturation slider and slide it all the way down. They do kind of look different when you do it, but you know, whichever way you want. It's different for different photos. Okay, so now we're going to go down here to split toning. And what split toning does is it gives it that old sepia look. Now I have my settings here for the split toning that I want. So under highlights, you change the hue. Well, actually leave the hue at 0. Saturation to 20. Now there's a couple ways to do this. You can take the slider and slide it up to 20, or you can take this double arrow here, slide it left and right as well, or you can even click there and just type in 20. And then under balance, we want -80. Don't forget the negative, otherwise it'll look way different than my photo here. So -80, and that just shifts it 80 on the highlights and the rest on the shadows. And under shadows, we'll do hue as 50. So 50. And saturation will be 25. That gives it the sepia look that we're looking for. Okay, now we'll go ahead and Control E to edit in Photoshop, or Command E on a Mac. Load that up, and then under Photoshop you'll want to go to Filter, Stylize, Oil Paint, and there's where it is. It's back. So on oil paint, each image is going to be different. These settings aren't going to be standard. You just kind of have to go for the taste that you like. I like to look at the trees and see how they look. I like the look of the waviness in the trees. It makes them look like they're alive. So I usually just make it a little exaggerated in the trees here. And I kind of like how that looks right there. Makes the trees look like they're moving. Gives the photo a lot of life. Even makes this grass look really cool down here at the bottom too. So click OK, and then click Control W, or on the keyboard Control W. Go ahead and save your changes, and that'll close the window. And down here it's saving it back into Lightroom. Go back to Lightroom, and there's our photo. And there you have it. There's a finished photo out of this photo here. Alright. Any questions? Go ahead and leave them in my comment section. Don't feel free to subscribe to see more videos from me. And let me know what you thought of this video. I'll put some more out there. Alright. Well, thanks for watching. You have a great day. Bye.